So guys, we got some news this morning that PSTH, Pershing Square Tontine Holdings, won't be doing a Q1 merger and acquisition deal, but they plan for a second SPAC here that they've announced. Now here's the thing, over the last few months, the stock has been all over the place. There's been a lot of hype building up to a possible target, with Stripe being one of the most popular ones that investors were hoping for. But it seems like that one is kind of, it's dwindling. The actual possibility for it being Stripe that they're merging with to bring public is fairly low. Subway is another option that people are looking at. Bloomberg is another option. There's quite a few companies out there that are well-known, recognized brands. However, seems like everything's just kind of fallen apart in recent weeks. And with the market selling off and SPACs taking a big hit, this one is hit hard. You can see here from its highs, if you were unlucky enough to get in back then, you're down around 33%. But I will say this, after this big dip, things are starting to look a little bit interesting to me. Maybe, just maybe, I'll open up a small speculative position in this stock. Maybe ride up the next hype wave as it goes higher. And I know SPACs in general are just getting destroyed right now. But this one is very interesting because it's, backed by Bill Ackman, a very famous investor who's made billions of dollars. I remember him now forever and always on March 23rd, 2020, when he came out and he pretty much, said doom and gloom for Hilton and the world and everything. That's pretty much when the market bottomed. So he's, he has a lot of influence here on actually moving the markets, which is insane if you think about it, how much money's in the market. He has influence to move it. And there's a lot of big names backing him up on this. I believe Kevin O'Leary, another billionaire, is also invested in PSTH. So it kind of gives you a little bit of an impression that, they believe in him. They believe he will strike a good deal. I know initially the goal was to have it in Q1 2021, but we're just a few days away now for the end of Q1. And it looks like with this announcement that nothing's going to happen here in Q1. And you know what? I think this is actually not a bad thing, because ask yourself this question: what would you rather have? Would you rather have him come out and rush an M&A deal here in Q1, get it done in the next few days? Or would you rather him just take his time, maybe in Q2, find another company and merge with that business, which is most likely going to be a better business? Now, it's going to take a lot of time to find a business to merge with, especially if it's a larger, more reputable company. So I would rather the latter. I would rather him just take his time. It's okay, you didn't meet your Q1 deadline. Investors are punishing you with that, with this massive sell-off. But for people like myself who never had a position in this, maybe this is the time that I'll actually open up a position in this. So this one's starting to look a little bit attractive. I believe there is a floor at around $20 per share. So let's see, at today's prices, that gives us around a 16.5% downside, right? So it's not a massive loss, especially when you look at stocks like Clover that are down nearly 50% for me. So this one, hey, it may be worth actually putting some capital into. Maybe I'll even move that Clover capital into this one. We will see. But I believe the risk reward here makes sense, because say we have 16% downside, but from today's prices, if we go back up to where we were before, we have around a 40% upside. So depending on the deal that they strike, it seems like this could be a buying opportunity. Now, if I'm looking at the charts here for PSTH, you can see that, we've had a few valleys before. And essentially at these points, the stock was very oversold. So it oversold here, it oversold here, it oversold here. And now we're at that point again where we're dipping and we could be oversold here. So could be a buying opportunity, guys. Definitely one I'm keeping a very, very close eye on. A lot of talk on this name. And let's just look at the article a bit more here for some more information, because like it said, they are planning a second SPAC as well. It's going to go with the same name pretty much, PSTH2 in this case. And the statement here says, while we previously believed that we'd be able to announce a potential transaction by the end of this quarter, so that means the end of March, we will not be able to do so. We don't intend to make any acquisitions about PSTH transaction until we enter a definitive agreement. And this is big because, he has his reputation on the line. He is going to make sure that he finds a good business to merge with, because if he doesn't, that's going to be the end of Bill Ackman. No one's ever going to believe what he has to say. And even his new second SPAC here is going to be a flop, in my opinion. They also said here that Ackman plans to create a second SPAC And it's been publicly reported before, so it's kind of known, it's kind of been out there for a little while, but this is pretty much confirmation of it. And he said that the new SPAC will give existing shareholders and those with money in Pershing Square funds preference in investing in their second SPAC. This presumably means they'll be able to buy shares at part of a pre-IPO process rather than waiting for a special purpose acquisition company to begin publicly trading. So it's pretty much like you're getting an exclusive deal if you hold either their current SPAC or you hold something in their funds. They're going to kind of give you like an insider's pre-public deal to buy into their second SPAC if you wish. Now they have a statement here saying that we believe it's appropriate for the right to invest in PSTH2 to be owned by our current PSTH shareholders. This is good because they're showing loyalty to their current shareholders. And they say that we like the idea of providing investors who backed us with PSTH with the opportunity to invest in PSTH2 without paying a premium to its cash in trust value. Now here's the thing, a lot of people are excited about this, but they did say that they will only launch this new SPAC after their current PSTH completes a business combination transaction. Now guys, the final statement that they add here is that 8 months since PSTH's launch, we remain convinced that an investment in PSTH will generate highly attractive long-term returns, even from PSTH's current stock price. If you're successful in completing such a transaction, we expect that PSTH will be an important contributor to short-term and long-term performance. So they expect this to be a proper company that they merge with that'll be around for a while, provide investors good long-term returns, and I think that's probably going to happen. So guys, this stock's been around for a little while. We're close to the bottoms once again, and I would typically post this video, guys, on the second channel here, Positive Investing News. If you haven't subscribed, go check it out. Make sure you subscribe. But the reason I'm posting it on the main channel today is because this is one that I'm personally looking into. This is one that I'm personally considering putting some money into. So I thought it'd be fair to really cover it here so you guys know where I'm thinking of putting some of my capital. Now, I'm going to make this very, very clear. I may or may not enter this position. And if I do, it will be a SPAC position. Now, for those of you that really want to know if I buy in, what my cost base is, all that stuff, consider joining our VIP group. Link will be in the description down below as a pinned comment as well. But either way, guys, I appreciate you sticking around. Let me know what your thoughts here are on PSTH. Let me know if this is a stock that you hold, what company you think they'll be merging with. I think it'll be a very interesting play. And as the rumor mill picks back up, this one should reverse and start to move higher. One of the few SPACs I think actually has some good upside still right now. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.